Hello and welcome to a short video on using CircuitPython with your Gemma MO. What we're going to do is you should have the Gemma MO plugged into your computer right now. We're going to be activating the little LED, onboard LED right here through the digital out function. So I'm just going to jump into our Mu editor. First thing we're going to do is we're going to import a module. Inside these modules are the libraries with objects and variables, functions that we can use to activate, to access the board. So we're going to import board, the first one, and what import board does is imports all of the pins as objects. So what this allows me to do is now I can call these objects by name, so I can call D1, D2, D0, and I can use them. The next thing we're going to import is the digital in and out right there, so digital I/O, and that will allow me to either make those objects those pins either digital ins or outs and raise their logic level from 0 volts to 3.3 volts, so off or on, true or false. Okay, first thing we're going to do is let's just name that object LED, that little LED on the board, and we're going to go digital I/O, which is the module, but you can't just bring the module in and just expect things to work. You have to specify what you're going to be using in the module, and we're going to be using the digital in and out so we can activate the digital in and out on the board. This takes one parameter, and that parameter is the pin we're going to use. So let's go to board, and we're going to use the pin called L. And if you remember, if you look on your board, you can actually see that the pin is named right there, L, and that's the pin we're going to be using. So if I just go back here, I'm just going to go down one. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit LED, and what I want to do now is I want to make that pin an output. To do that, I'm going to call a function, switch underscore to underscore output. And that will turn, and then put a parentheses at the end there, and that will turn basically that LED, that L on there, into an output. All pins, I believe, start as inputs, so we want to switch it to an output so we can activate it. An input would be like a button, and an LED is a good example of an output. So what we want to be able to do is activate that output. So to do that, what we want to do is I'm just going to type in LED, and this is a property which is the value. So this allows me to turn that LED either on or off, true or false, 0 or 3.3 volts. So there's only two options with it, and what we want to do is we want to make it true. True will turn it on. It will put 3.3 volts into that little, there's a little resistor in there, and a pin and a ground inside there. So if you activate that, if I click save, you can't see my board obviously, but the LED, the red LED labeled L, has just turned on. So if I go back and I turn that to false, if I click save up here, it will turn the LED off. Okay, hopefully this is a good start, and we're going to move on from here.